Jana, I see that you're there, so I can't see you, but hopefully you're hearing us. Anyway, so how are you guys feeling just in general about making your portfolio for applying? I guess a lot of you are really interested in animation, which we're hearing is a pretty long learning curve. It was really great to hear from Taylor what you've been working on. And do you feel like you're getting close?
I do, yeah. I feel every year.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. And oh, there's Jana. Hi, Jana. So yeah, it takes a lot of commitment, doesn't it? And if we're going to learn from Mike L. Murphy today, somebody who is really successful in animating. He's done Iron Man, Iron Giant, Meet the Robinsons. Oh, he's famous for the Gollum character. He did a lot of the animation of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. And there's a really excellent interview I did with him a couple of years ago on my YouTube channel. And he talks about this very thing, that when he he was 15 and he decides, hey, I'm going to become an animator. And he, he's drawing Mickey Mouse and all this. And luckily he lived really close to CalArts, which is the second-rated school. Can you believe it? Sheridan College, right here in our backyard, is the top-rated in the world for animation, and it gives you goosebumps. It's great. So, and he's got a great story of how he'd keep running over to see them at CalArts and say, hey, am I ready yet? And they give him some information of, no, you still got to work on this, or you got to work on that. And he's like, okay, and just go and learn it. And he had such a upbeat attitude. It wasn't like, oh, I don't know how to do it, or I suck, I might as well give up. It's just like, oh, what's missing? What do I still have to learn how to do, right? And so he's really inspiring that way. Hey, Jana, could you mute your mic? And if you want to say something or ask a question, just unmute, okay? It's just some noises coming through. Thanks. Yeah, that's Jana, by the way. She's joining us from New York because she couldn't get her passport in time to get here. We'll have to have everybody say hi to you. So let's see, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, so, if you get that attitude of, what do I need to learn so I can get accepted? It's not you're not good enough. It's just, what do I not know yet? Right? If you're talented, and I think I've seen a lot of your drawings already, I know you all have ability. It's just training it in the right way until you're ready. And they know when you're ready by looking at your portfolio, right? So try not to be discouraged if you don't get accepted, especially for Sheridan Animation. It's really common experience to apply and reapply year after year, and each time just find out, what skill am I still missing? And then go and get it somewhere, right? And it really helps to have some good training. So, and you learned some good basics from Seneca, you told us, but you really loved art fundamentals at Sheridan, did you? Yeah, good. And there's lots of other opportunities, and I'm sure for Jana, she's going to be studying in the States, and there's loads of amazing schools in the States. But to be able to get into one of the better ones, you might have to do a foundation study year first. Now, we've found that a lot of students have been able to save a good sometimes almost a whole year by studying at our summer camp or doing some private lessons with us. I want to show you a few things to consider about art careers, okay? And got 10 minutes here, so I'm going to go to a screen share. I can find the right thing here. Got so many things open. Here it is. So I'm going to open that.
Kind of background audio on your mic, I think. Maybe just because there we go.
I forgot to have it on.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks.
Okay, that helps.
Feel free to interrupt if we need to. And then we have to make sure it's not making noise. Hang on. There we go. Okay, we're going to look at our careers. Okay, and then I got to go back to my Google Hangout and do, well, the other Google Hangout. Screen share. Where is it? Oh, I hate that. So many screens going here. No. This one. There we go. I want to do entire screen. Okay, so hey, Jana, can you unmute and tell me if I can hear you?
Yeah.
You can hear me, and can you see the image? Unmute and tell me if you can see the image of some art stuff on the screen. Jana, can you see want a career in the arts and some pictures?
Yes.
Great. Okay, and then you can mute again. Great. Okay, so can you mute your mic? Thanks. All right, so we're just going to go through this. So if you want a career in the arts, you might want some information about that, right? Come on, we can do it. I'm going to go large here. Oh, I wonder if it'll still show. Look at it. Jana, can you unmute and can you tell me, can you still see this?
Yeah.
Yes, great. Okay, mute again. Thanks. Oh, I forgot to open it first. Shoot. I'm having all these technical problems. I should have downloaded it.
Stop rolling briefly, so just let me know when you're going to continue.
Okay, now we can go to Hi there. Hi, come on in. Sent. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we're working. So, and we already talked a bit about there's lots of different areas to be involved in the arts. And, you know, this idea that artists starve is a bit false. There's tons of jobs in the arts. And all the artists that are going to talk to you this afternoon, they all work as artists, okay? It's all around us. It's the clothing we wear, it's the shoes, it's the cars we drive, the movies we watch, the games we play. Like, we love design. And so it's, you know, and we've got a fine artist who's going to be teaching you guys. She works as a fine artist. It's, you know, yeah, you could starve, but you could starve doing anything. There's definitely, and Garth has just run off his feet painting. He's very busy. So that's a fallacy. So don't feel like, oh, you can't do that. You have to go and study business or something. It's good to learn business to be a better artist, but it's not that you have to. So parents are often concerned about this. And how much are you going to make, right? You're welcome to stay if you want. So here's some annual salaries, and I'll be sending this to you guys too. So you can see that art directors, those are like the, you know, graphic advertising artists, right? Anybody watch Mad Men on Netflix, right? They usually make the most money. So these are averages in Canada. So art directors make, you know, 96,000. Multimedia artists, animators can make around 72,000. Our salaries in Canada are a little bit lower than the salaries in the US, and I do have some information about that. Fine artists can make up to 51,000. It depends on how well you sell. I mean, yeah, you could not sell well, or you could be making a lot of money. So it really varies. Architects, you know, tend to make 76,000. Interior designers, 54,000. You know, so you can see it's a living. It's not starving. It's not that you're wealthy going into the arts, but you're doing something you love, and you're making a good money at it. So yeah, so you can see that all they range anywhere from 30,000 up to maybe $100,000. So that's like a decent living, right? So it's nice to know that it's possible, right? So one way that you can get some information is to look at Canada. It's a little bit harder to track employment in Canada than it is in the States, but we could use what they have in the States to kind of help us out because things are similar here. So there's this thing called the U.S. Occupational Outlook Handbook, and you can go and look up any career. Thanks. Sorry, bye. And see, what's the median pay, what kind of education you have, how many jobs, is the jobs coming up or are they dropping? So what's happening in the States is often similar to what's happening in Canada. For animation in Canada is actually doing very well, and filmmaking is doing well in Canada. It's dropping a bit in the US because there's so much being done offshore now. So that where the jobs are is shifting a bit. And that's one of the things we're going to learn about with Mike Murphy today. But if you want to find out, you can kind of look there and know it's going to be probably somewhat similar. So it's kind of handy because you can look up absolutely any job and they got stats on it. So you can see, some salary ranges. It's not bad, right? And so this is Canadian architect annual earnings compared to American. So you can see it's a little bit higher, but similar, right? So animators in Canada national average, and this was, I think I got this information 2 years ago, so maybe it's changed a bit since then. $48,000 a year was average. Pay ranges from $33,000 to $73,000. In the US, it is higher. If you get into the guild of animators, you're making around $90,000. That's pretty cool. It's not bad, right? As an artist, it's not starving, is it? Especially $90,000 US dollars is pretty good. So, yeah. So that you can, and that's where that source was. So you can find out things like that. So that one of the things that sometimes people are afraid about is, should I go into this? Will I be able to make a living? My parents don't want me to study this because they're worried for me. You can bring them some information like this, right? And so they can get behind you and help pay for your education, hopefully, right? So, and some concept artists do very well. So, let's see. It's a great idea if you want to sign up for some kind of co-op program. Really helps. We don't really have that in animation, but some of the design fields do. So if you can get into a program that has co-op, that really helps. And then, of course, we can help you get the skills so that you can get into a better school. The better school you go to, the better your skills are going to be. So they do look at where you studied as well, but mostly it's what can you produce. So the better school you can go to, the better education you're going to get, the better you're going to be able to do a job and get work, right? So let's see. I don't want to spend too much time on all of this, so I'm just going to flip past that. So here's just one of our successful students. And his main advice is start early, because he was so stressed out. And he said he drank 5 cups of coffee in 2 days, and it was horrible. But he did get accepted anyway. So what we want to do in a portfolio, we'll learn more about this later, maybe when we get towards the end of the course, or if we have some time today, we'll see how our day goes. I do have a presentation that teaches you how to make a portfolio, but the main thing is show your skill range and make sure you know what the skill range is that they're looking for at whatever school or program. Make sure that every time you show a skill, it's really creative, it's ideas that really impress them and get you in. So tell the stories with your work and show who you are and what matters to you. That's one of the things that they like to see, especially if you're applying for one of the design fields. So that they get a sense of who you are, what you care about in life. Make a comment on society. Maybe you do something that's funny. Like if you can get a reaction from because these people, the professors are looking at tons of stuff, like thousands sometimes. So how can you stand out? Either there's something really powerful and strong, or something funny, there's something clever that's going to make them kind of go, yeah, this person's got it, and they remember you, right? So, yeah, and I think be a little bit experimental. Make sure you're solid, but a bit experimental too. So here's a student that got accepted to Ringling 3D computer animation right out of high school. She lives in the US, and she's supposed to be talking to us at some point via like a Skype call, okay? Okay, I'll have to show you a better trick for that later. So there's a quick, easy way to do that doesn't involve that, but anyway, that's okay. I'll show you at break time. So Sia had taken a portfolio workshop at Pratt University, which is an amazing art school. And so this is what she created, which you can see she draws really well, right? But she was applying for animation. So why do you think I'm saying this is good, but not great? Why did I have her redo that? What do you think?
Because they're not interested in the shading and all that, they want to see the structure.
Yeah, they want to see the structure. She's not interested in shading. Maybe if it was illustration, maybe. But what else? What else is animation about? Yeah?
Movement?
Movement?
Yeah, it shows a lot of emotion.
Yeah, like why is this only good and this is best? When this isn't finished.
Simplicity.
Simplicity? What else? Yeah?
Expression?
Exactly, expression. Does she look like there's a morphing fox snake coiling around her neck? Does she? No.
Not really.
She couldn't care less. So, yeah, she's not really telling the story. It doesn't matter that it's drawn pretty, right? So she did a sketch and developed where there's a lot more expression and interaction now between the two characters instead of no interaction. And then decided to sort of change the story a bit. And, really great expression and some good color contrast, really simple. And then she also learned about hierarchy of line and value and contrast so that we look at her eyes and her mouth. That's the big thing. Her reaction to what is the dog doing. And she ran out of time. She didn't quite get finished, but she got in. And she got several offers with several scholarships. But she was so excited about getting into Ringling that she actually had a higher scholarship that she said, with 3D computer animation, I'm going there. So she's supposed to be able to talk to us later. So this is the kind of thing that when we help you, when she thought that was good, she went to a really good school to do this portfolio camp. But we have to remember, what are you applying for? What would they want to see for what you're applying for? Not just, is this a nice artwork, right? So, and here's this girl got into RISD, Rhode Island School of Art and Design, with a scholarship as well. She has really inventive work. So you really want to be creative, be yourself, play with your ideas, find a mentor that really motivates and excites you. And that's one reason we're here, but there might be other people, or somebody online that really encourages you, that you can learn from. And the motivation really carries you through into a successful career. And we're going to learn about how to have a successful career with Mike Murphy. So what we're going to do, we'll take a really quick washroom break. There's also juice and stuff in the fridge if you're thirsty. I'm going to get Mike queued up here. So quick washroom break is just to the left there. And then you'll be using these workbooks, okay? So, yeah. Anyway, so thanks. I'm going to stop sharing. And escape. So Jana, I got to talk to you for a second to get you started. Oops, wrong one. Hey Jana, unmute yourself there, just so we can talk with each other. So we're about to start watching Mike Murphy's videos. So I sent you the links, you got them, right? Did you get the links to the videos? Yeah, how come I can't hear you? I can't hear you. Did you unmute yourself?
Huh?
Oh yeah, there I can hear you. Okay, so so you start watching the videos and fill out those worksheets, and then so you just do that one after the other this morning, and then I will, and then you're gonna have to go to the what's it called? Did you download the Zoom Media? Did you get ready for that? Yeah, so that it's not going to be a Google Hangout with Mike. So there's a 1 hour Q&A with him that starts at 1 p.m. So, and the call is going to start then. So if you just join in, and you have to look for that call ID number and write that in. So you follow the link, and then you have to write in that number in there. So that should be in your email there, okay? And then it'll take you to the call, and you'll be able to listen to Mike, and you'll be there, and I'll be there. So, okay? Good? All right. Thanks. So enjoy the videos, and we'll talk later, okay? Bye.